as you've when you were younger, 20s, 30s, did you ever meet people who were 100, 105? Did you ever meet anybody that age?
Not that old.
Really?
Not that I remember.
No kidding. Even in Cottage Grove, you're
Well, people didn't used to live as long.
okay.
It would be 80 was considered pretty old then.
Okay. Your grandparents,
I had a grandpa live to 96, my dad's father.
tell me about him.
Well, he built his last house when he was 82.
This is in Cottage Grove.
No, it was in Oregon, but I forgot where.
Did you, your grandpa? What was his name?
Ship. Last name was Ship.
And his first name?
Elmer.
Elmer Ship. Did you visit? Did you Grandpa Elmer a lot?
Yeah, well, they lived in Washington most of the time, so once in a while we'd go up there or go to a family reunion or something.
Okay.
But they had 9 kids. My dad was a family of 9 kids, so there was lots of cousins. And his grandpa hunted buffalo with Buffalo Bill.
Okay.
And my other grandpa's grandfather was a sea captain, Captain James Banton, that was well known on the East Coast way back in early times, that came from England.
I want to focus on Elmer Ship. Did you? He lived to be 96. When did he pass away?
It's when I lived in Concord. I don't remember the dates or anything.
Okay. Were you out of high school by then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I was.
Did you ever get to? So.
We went to his funeral.
Was this like 1950, 51?
About 55, maybe.
Okay, so he was 96 years old. He passed away in 1955. I'm trying to do the math. So he was born in 1860? Maybe?
No, he was born after that.
A little, okay. But if he passed away in but you said he was 96 when he passed away, right? So like 1855
No,
and
I
then...
think it was in the 60s he passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever ask him what life was like when he was a kid? Did you ever have a chance to?
I don't think I ever had a chance to really talk to him that much alone. My grandmother was so outspoken and everything. She did all the talking.
Okay.
She was very heavy set.
Okay.
But everything revolved around her.
Grandma Ship.
Yeah.
Did she also live to be as old?
No. She passed away quite a bit earlier.
Okay.
And she was about 70.
Oh, wow. But, okay.
She had a sudden heart attack.
Okay. So your Grandpa Ship lived to be 96. Anybody else that
he remarried a couple of times.
Okay. Okay.
And a couple more grandmas for a little while.
I understand. I know kind of what you're going through. My grandpa was born in 1916, and then he passed away in 2000. I tried to learn a little bit about him, but we didn't have cameras like this. We didn't have anything like this. So.
And in those days, you didn't think to ask them too much about what things were like or anything. I knew more about my mother's parents, what things were like.
Okay, let's go there then. Your mother's parents, that was the Banton family. So yeah, what did they tell you about? What was it like for those grandparents?
Well, they moved from part of Oregon, Alsea, Oregon, down to near Cottage Grove called London Springs, where we lived out in the country where my grandparents' farm was. And because my mother's health, because they had these mineral springs at this old hotel there.
I see.
And they came for the mineral baths because it was healthy, for people. And that's why they ended up staying there then. And then my dad's father opened a little country store there. So there was a church, the Church of Christ, and a country store, and that was it. And then later, when my grandpa was there, he put in a gas station.
Elmer Ship put in a gas station.
No, Grandpa Banton.
Okay, the Bantons. Okay.
He put in a gas pump later.
Okay.
The first one, in the area, and he had the first car in the area, an old Ford Model T. And so he ran the store. His father-in-law ran the store, and then he ran the store. And both of my grandmothers had German maiden names. Okay. And so we're big on, our ancestry is big on Northern European. And in fact, the Vikings went around raiding all the northern European countries and taking people back as slaves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my ophthalmologist said 2 or 3 years ago that he said, you must have a lot of Viking blood in you. I said, what? He said, there's a fundus behind your eyes that's different colors. And he said, you have the lightest I've ever seen, so that means you have a lot of Viking blood. I said, well, I've heard that there was some relationship there, but I didn't know for sure, And so
Your ophthalmologist said
I'm going to ask for reparation from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark now.
you said fungus, like mushroom.
Fundus.
Fundus. Okay.
I never heard of it. He showed me a chart, different colors.
Okay.
It got lighter and lighter and lighter.
Is it a bad thing, a good thing, or it's just a feature?
Just a feature, I guess. He didn't say it was good or bad.
Okay.
Anyway, when one of my grandson's friends was here recently with him, he said, did your family ever live in Norway or anything in that area? And I said, well, I've been told I have a lot of Viking blood in me. And I think we had some ancestors that lived in those areas. And he said, because your grandson here looks I was over in Norway recently, and your grandson looks just like the young men over there.
Yeah.
Confirmation,
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Yeah.
Your grandparents on your mother's side, so how old were they when they passed away?
My grandma was 70, and my grandpa was 86.
Okay, so when did Grandpa pass away? Grandpa Benton pass away?
About 1965 or so. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Or 70.
So he was born like maybe in 1880.
1898. No. He was born before that.
1880
My mother was born
maybe?
in 1898, I think.
Wow. Okay. And did you ever have a chance to ask them what it was like growing up?
Mm-hmm. My grandparents, I don't think I ever asked them.
And I got to respect that depression was a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Everybody's just trying to survive, so I understand. So.
Well, my mother's family moved from the store to the farm. They built a farmhouse about a few miles from where the store was, and then they built a house, and that was the farm. And then he milked cows every morning and every night, about 8 cows, and then he did a dairy route. Every morning he would go all over the countryside delivering bottles of milk and cream and a little bit of butter sometimes, and eggs sometimes. We had lots of eggs.
So he was the store. The store came to the people in those days.
After he left the store, then he sold the store finally, and then he had this farm. And then he provided milk for the whole countryside. It was a farming countryside.
Sure.
Most of them were farmers there.
Cottage
Small
Grove.
farmers,
Yeah, I get it.
12 miles south of Cottage Grove on the South Fork of the Willamette River.
Sure. I know that area a little bit. Okay, hold